The story begins in 1989, inside the giant Le Domas mansion. Two young brothers, Daniel and Alex, are running through the halls, being chased by a wounded man named Charles, the new husband of their aunt, Helene. Charles begs Daniel for help, but instead, Daniel calls his family and gives him away. The family drags Charles into a room, and he's killed. Helene screams in horror as her husband is taken away. Welcome back to MovieCap. Today we're diving into a thrilling, dark and bloody movie called Ready or Not, released in 2019. Before start, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more exciting movie recaps. 30 years later, Alex is now grown up and marrying a kind, beautiful woman named Grace. She's nervous but excited to join Alex's rich and powerful family, known for their gaming empire. During the wedding photos, we meet Alex's family, his brother Daniel and his greedy wife Charity, who admits she only married for money, his father Tony, who disapproves of Grace, and Aunt Helene, who gives Grace a deadly glare. Luckily, Alex's mother Becky welcomes her warmly. Soon, the ceremony ends happily, or so it seems. Later that night, while the newlyweds are getting close, Aunt Helene interrupts them. Alex tells Grace about an old family tradition. Every new member must play a game at midnight. The family gathers in a grand room, joined by Alex's coked-up sister Emily, her husband Fitch, and their kids. Tony explains that their great-grandfather made a deal with a mysterious man named Mr. Labaille, who gave them their wealth in exchange for following this strange ritual. Grace picks a card from an ancient box. The game she draws is hide and seek, and the whole room suddenly falls silent. Tony smiles and tells her the rules. Hide until dawn to win. Grace laughs, thinking it's just a silly family game. But as she goes to hide, the family arms themselves with crossbows, axes, and guns. Grace hides inside a dumbwaiter, unaware that the family is actually hunting her to kill her. Alex refuses to join and sneaks away to warn her. Meanwhile, Emily accidentally shoots a maid named Clara, blowing her face off, thinking it was Grace. The family panics and hides the body. Grace sees everything and realizes this isn't a game, it's a hunt. Alex finds her and explains the truth. If they don't kill Grace before sunrise, the family believes they'll all die. He promises to get her out safely. Grace rips her wedding dress and swaps her heels for sneakers. She sneaks through the halls, but the family spots her. Daniel lets her escape, pretending not to care, while Emily and the others keep missing their shots. The family keeps killing their own maids by accident. One gets shot with a crossbow, another is crushed inside the dumbwaiter. Grace finds an old rifle, but it's just for display. When the butler Stevens catches her, she fights back, smashing a teapot over his face. Alex manages to unlock the doors and windows, but his father Tony knocks him out and handcuffs him so he can't help Grace. Grace escapes to the roof and overhears Tony and Helene talking about Alex, how they believe he'll soon accept the family's bloody tradition, just like Helene did when her husband was killed years ago. Grace finally makes it outside but falls into a goat pit full of rotting bodies. She climbs out, her hand pierced by a nail, screaming in pain. She wraps her wound, breaks through the front gate, and flags down a car. But the driver speeds away, terrified. Then Stevens finds her again. They fight and Grace manages to choke him and steal his car. She calls a customer service agent for help, but the car gets shut down remotely because it was reported stolen. Stevens catches up and tranquilizes her, planning to take her back. But Grace wakes up mid-drive and kicks him in the head twice, causing the car to flip. Stevens dies, but Grace survives. Daniel finds her and pretends to capture her. He's tired of his family's madness, but still brings Grace back to the mansion. Becky talks to Alex, trying to convince him to accept their fate, but Alex swears he'll kill her if Grace dies. The family ties Grace to an altar for the ritual sacrifice. They drink from a chalice, but suddenly everyone starts vomiting blood. Daniel had poisoned them to save Grace. He frees her, but Charity shoots Daniel in the throat. Grace fights her and knocks her out with the gun. Before dying, Daniel tells Grace to run. Tony attacks her next, but Grace smashes a lantern over his head, setting the room on fire. Becky then tries to strangle Grace, but Grace fights back, grabs Mr. Laybale's box, and beats Becky to death with it. Alex finds the aftermath and realizes Grace will never forgive him. He betrays her to his family, and they hold her down for the final sacrifice. Just as Alex is about to stab her, dawn breaks. The family freezes in fear, but nothing happens. They look at each other, confused. Then suddenly, Helene explodes into a bloody mess. One by one, the rest of the family blows up. Alex tries to beg Grace for forgiveness, saying he still loves her. Grace takes off her wedding ring, looks him in the eyes, and says coldly, "I want a divorce." Then he explodes too. The mansion burns down around Grace. Covered in blood, she walks outside, sits on the steps, and lights a cigarette. When the police arrive and ask what happened, she simply says, "In-laws." Thanks for watching till the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more movie recaps. See you in the next video. Until then.